Welcome to London Tech Week's Tech TV from TechCelerate here at London's XL. Joining me in the Tech TV studio is Enrico Salvatori. He is the SVP and President of Qualcomm. Thanks for joining us. Tell me, Qualcomm at 5G World here. What's Qualcomm's key messages?
We are here today to share with you where we are in terms of the development of the 5G. The key message for us is that 5G is coming on track, and specifically we will focus on the trialing, pre-commercial trial, that will start late 2017 and early 18. We have developed our testbed prototypes to support the technology trials, and those trials will accelerate the commercialization of the product aiming to devices. As you know, our contribution Qualcomm is first of all on the handset, smartphone, UE side. So we are focusing on that piece of the value chain of the system, on the testbed, and we are going to share the trials planned with the major operators around the world, but in particular in Europe.
Okay, so everything's on track. You say 2020 is the date, the year when, in theory, commercialization go live for 5G is supposed to be happening, isn't it? Do you think we're still on track for 2020?
Definitely we are. A major milestone has been achieved in March 2017, this year, with the acceleration of the specification by 3GPP. Yeah. So this will be now available to the industry, so including Qualcomm, to December 2017. That is a first release of the specs that will enable us to start working on commercial products. So because of that acceleration, Qualcomm has been very active with other industry players to make sure that that was the way to go. 5G new radio, NR, specs for the NSA, so non-standalone mode, will be available in December. So we announced already our first 5G modem product that will be available in late, so end of 2018. So because of that, we expect to see our customer to go with commercial devices in late 19, early 2020. So from our perspective, the progress is confirming the original plan, and we are executing what has been planned.
Well, thanks for clarifying the roadmap there. I mean, a lot has been made of the fragmentation of standards, but from what you're saying, you're confident that by the end of this year, you are going to have a blueprint to go with and to start shipping stuff shortly afterwards for trials to your customers.
Yes, absolutely. The milestone of 3GPP acceleration for 5G new radio is critical for the time schedule, but even more important, that is the opportunity for keep all of us, industry, under the framework of the standard. So that is simplifying and making sure that we will not have any fragmentation or different variants of the so-called 5G. That is another super critical achievement by the March 17 3GPP plenary session.
Okay. So finally, what do you see as the main challenges then? As we get closer to 2020, you know, like you say, 3GPP are helping to drive forward the standards, helping to create the direction for everyone to be traveling in. What are the barriers that are, I guess, most worrying you?
Well, frankly speaking, I don't see barriers. I think there is a lot of work to be done, first of all. A lot of work to be done, and in particular to align multiple players. So we need to align the regulators, making sure that the frequency spectrum will be available, auction on time, the operators, making sure that they will invest on frequency and start deploying on the network, the infra vendors, making sure that time schedule for the network will be in line to the rest of the plan, and handset smartphone devices, industry, including Qualcomm for the chipset platform. So there are multiple players that are working already together, and they need to keep going, marching together. I think the next milestone from my perspective. I don't consider a challenge, but definitely very critical milestone is the spectrum. Making available spectrum, completed the auctions. Europe is quite active on that. The European Commission is pushing hard to have those auctions in 2018. I think the first country where have been allocated the 5G spectrum is in Ireland. That has been already done for the 3.4, 3.8 gigahertz. So there is, anyhow, that is definitely asking me what is the big next step. This is definitely spectrum availability for 5G.
Well, listen, thank you very much for sharing with us the roadmap towards 5G, and thank you very much for coming down to 5G World here at London Tech Week.
Thank you for having me.